Absolutely not. The Prime Minister got up and spoke. The Prime Minister explained exactly what happened. The Prime Minister said that this was the action that had been taken. And don't forget that long before any of this was reported in the media, just a few weeks ago, as early as last year, the Prime Minister's office had already taken note of this ISRO-Devas deal. There were discussions. They were told that it should be cancelled. There were serious discussions about it. As the Prime Minister mentioned in Parliament today, if the BJP wants to believe what Devas says, if they want to believe what somebody else says and not what the Prime Minister says, well, I understand that is their position as the opposition. But the fact of the matter is, this matter had, as soon as it came to the notice of the Office of Prime Minister, they had already begun to take action. If the organization if Antrix had done something, at the moment it came to his notice, he was taking action.
But is it
so in making his speech today, the Prime Minister took everything on head on and accepted responsibility and said he was taking action. He candidly said nobody else has had the courage to say so far that there have been aberrations, and that he will ensure that those aberrations are corrected.
You know,
no other government has done that.
Prasad, the fact that a cabinet minister is now in jail, the fact that it is possible that someone like Suresh Kalmadi, a senior Congress MP, could be arrested, his key aides have already been arrested, does that suggest to you that the government is serious about corruption? I mean, to that extent, the Prime Minister needs to be given the benefit of doubt?
Rajdeep, you raised a very legitimate question. What is the accountability of the Prime Minister? Should we presume that an honest Prime Minister presides over an empire of scandal and scams? And but for the effective action taken by us inside the Parliament and outside the Parliament, but for the campaign, very rightful campaign by the media, I have not the slightest doubt that none of the action could have been taken. Till 2010 October, the Prime Minister was being defended by, Mr. Raja was defended by the Prime Minister. Mr. Kapil Sibal sought to defend him even today.
Right.
In case of Commonwealth, you know it very well, a well campaign went on. Therefore, you have to judge the accountability of the Prime Minister also. Other things are there. And again I repeat, Devas deal was initiated only when Hindu published in July 2010. Thereafter, for full 6 months, no action was taken to terminate it. All these are in public domain. You know it very well.
Okay.
Therefore, the question is of accountability of the Prime Minister.
The fact is, the talks with the American company were started by Mr. Vajpayee's government, by the NDA government and the department under Mr. Vajpayee. So this is something that they started, and it was merely continued later. The fact is that no matter what, Rajdeep, no matter what the opposition does, it was the Prime Minister who initiated the action against his own colleague. You know, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad cannot stretch
I'm going to ask you the final question, Jayanthi.
To this extent.
Jayanthi Natarajan, the fact is some believe that Raja is a fall guy in the 2G scam, Kalmadi is going to be the fall guy in the Commonwealth Games scam, that the real beneficiaries will get away. Is the Prime Minister willing to take this campaign against corruption to its logical conclusion? If there are other bigger leaders found in the Commonwealth Games, will they be also proceeded against? If there are other leaders found in the 2G scam, will they be proceeded against? I think that is the test of the Prime Minister's resolve to fight corruption. Would you concede that?
Rajdeep, I would say that the people of this nation, that people in the media like you who are fair-minded, will accept and understand that the Prime Minister is completely committed to what he says, and that he will do, and he will put, make his action clear when he says he will do it, like he has done before. It is not possible to please the opposition. It's not possible to get a certificate from the opposition, because they are, by definition, opposed to us, and they use politically expedient means and sometimes very harsh means. So the entire nation knows and believes that this Prime Minister and this government mean action, and that they will take action like none of them have ever done before.
Okay, Ravi Shankar Prasad, I know you're smiling there. You're not convinced with what Jayanthi Natarajan has said.
Just one sentence, Rajdeep, just one sentence.
Yes.
I'm happy that my good friend Jayanthi has a serious problem with the opposition, but at least she has given you a good certificate of being a fair-minded journalist. We don't need certificate from Jayanthi or the Congress party, but yes, now the onus is you all the more to ensure that the people who are involved, regardless of their stature, are brought to book, and the Prime Minister's hand should not be seen to be wavering.
Okay, Ravi Shankar
The
Prasad.
Chief Minister of Karnataka. The Chief Minister of Karnataka.
Okay, let's not go into that.
Jayanthi.
We will do that on another day.
Okay.
Jayanthi, Natrajan, Ravi Shankar
Okay,
Prasad. At
okay.
least the good thing is that you're not just debating in studios now, but in Parliament too. Thanks very much for joining us here on India at Night.